Hello everyone, Mark the plumber in London. I'm just doing a video on this M8 S&S Manifold install. I've got all the old one off and gonna put the new S&S unit on, which is this. That's the old plastic one there. I just thought I'd do a video about these. What I've had trouble with is I've taken it on off several times because when get the flange on, when the flange is on the this particular side, the rear cylinder, and let me go and get the bolt. Hold it on this bolt. What's happening here is, when you put the bolt through thus to go into the cylinder head, like this particular machined S&S manifold, if you look, the head is up against the manifold unit, and on the other side, the front cylinder, let's get that round, we've got a lot more room, so the bolt is square on to the cylinder head. On this one, the bolt will not sit square to the cylinder head because the head of the bolt is touching this machining on the manifold. I haven't quite machined it enough, so that what that means, that the bolt, I don't know if you can see it, but it's at a slight angle like so. So the thread, every time you go to put it in, it cross threads because it's being, if I put the bolt in by hand, yeah, it's lovely, in it goes all the way, no problem. Every time I put it through the flange, the bolt is being pushed slightly like this because the head's hitting the machining of the new manifold. A silly thing, but nevertheless, like all these things, nothing just goes straight in. This is what's happening. The head is up against this machining here. They haven't quite done that as deep as they've done on this one. There's a difference. This one has been machined more than this one. I'm going to put a round file on it and file it out, and then but it's just let you know, rather than cross thread the cylinder head, you know, you do need to sometimes alter these things. So I'm just going to round file this a bit more, not too much, because it's not that thick, the alloy, and I don't want to come through and breach it. Obviously, just let you know that nothing in this game is bolt on like they say it is. Be wary, okay? Mark the plumber in London, signing off, and I'll do another video when it's all finished and let you know how it goes. I'm also adding, I bought the, have a look, get past all my stuff. I've also bought the S&S teardrop filter to go with it all. This jobbing, it's quite nice, but it's going to let it breathe more. I took the other air filter off the island. This one, I'm going to put this on just because it, you know, it's designed to match up to that manifold. But yeah, there we are. And let you know that threading on the inlet there doesn't just go in. I've had the manifold, you know how it is to get your manifolds in and out. I've had it in and out 3 times now, and it's still, every time I put that bolt in there, it just keeps sitting slightly that way and not quite biting on the thread. It crosses a bit. So anyway, another quick video for you all. More information might help anybody. Mark the plumber. Bye bye. All right, morning everyone.
Whether you're shopping
Turn
for
this shit
Christmas
down a
or
bit.
treating yourself, there's something for everyone.
Just a continuation video of the S&S M8 Manifold. It's a bit chilly this morning, so I've got the little gas heater going. Right, as I was saying, you have to fold that bolt down, or the recess in the manifold. What I chose to do in the end was, I took a little bit of manifold, but I actually chose to grind this bolt head. I went round it, ran it round the grinder. That was just thin enough then for me to get that in without it going cockeyed and cross-threading. So I didn't let manifolds on. I won't go into details about all that. You can find loads of videos about all that rubbish. The standard Harley throttle body is back on. Just got to connect a few things up. Before I do that, I've left those clamp bolts slightly loose where it goes onto the head. The reason being that you need some movement on all of this. There's a bit of movement there, so when we put the air filter housing on in a minute, that can all line up and that can pull up without sort of trying to dislocate it from the seal. So once that's all done, I'm just about to fit the S&S teardrop air cleaner back plate. I'll put that on with the correct spaces and get it all lined up. Then we'll pinch those. You can still get into those bolts with a nice long Allen key. So we'll pinch those inlet bolts up once this is on. So this determines where the throttle body and the manifold is going to end up finally sitting. As I say, it's all flexible. And once I've done that, I'll fire it up and do another little video of it running and try and stitch all these videos together. That's probably something I'll struggle with. Anyway, there we are. It's just to say that recess down there, what they put onto the manifolds wasn't quite machined enough, and that bolt head was rubbing on it and pushing it at an angle, and it was starting to cross into the head. So I stopped straight away and ran the bolt head down. Manifold air pressure sensors on, the injectors are in, used old rubbish. I found it easier to put this manifold air pressure sensor on after it was in, because it's just another thing in the way when you're trying to slide in, because they're quite a tight fit, these. Anyone who's done one will know that. Okay, and I'll continue the video shortly when I finish everything so you can see the finished result. Okay, bye bye. Hello everyone, you can hear me. Right, the last bit of the video now for the S&S Manifold and the S&S air cleaner. It's all done, seems to be okay. I've got Thundermax tuner on this. Now that will automatically retune to that. I'll take it out in a minute, and that will tune to the new air filter. That'll all tune itself in. Yeah, so all done, all back and running. Before I finish the video, I said I'd show you when it's all done. I like this stealth air cleaner. It's got a lot of